WESH 2 Investigates is digging deeper into a case of alleged election fraud.
As WESH 2 News investigative and political reporter Greg Fox explains, suspects in one local county are being prosecuted, while those in another are not.
Christopher Moy is charged in Seminole County with 2 counts of election fraud for voting in the 2020 primary and general elections. Moy and 3 others, James Tollison, Solomon Webb, and Luis Rosario, were all arrested last week for alleged illegal voting after an investigation by the Office of State Attorney Phil Archer determined that there was no evidence from the state's clemency board that their civil rights had been restored. The state attorney was provided the information by election supervisor Chris Anderson in March. Emails obtained by WESH 2 Investigates show Anderson was provided information on 6 registered sex offenders who voted in 2020 by a man named Mark Glazer. Glazer is a data researcher who is not only angry about illegal voting, we're covering his face because he's afraid some felons might come after him. He's the one who tipped off the state last year that 10 inmates, ineligible felons, voted illegally in the 2020 general election from Alachua County. He claims he's found 100 sex offenders like Moy who have allegedly illegally voted, and he suspects there are more than 500 statewide.
I don't want people who are ineligible to vote in any elections, whether they're non-U.S. citizens or voting from another state, or are convicted sex offenders or murderers in our state, or are felons who have not had their rights restored.
But in neighboring Lake County, in the investigation of 6 sex offenders voting in elections, the prosecutor there determined the evidence fails to show willful actions on the part of these individuals. Therefore, the state is unable to file charges.
Because of the difficulty in proving intent and knowledge that they were not allowed to register to vote, they chose not to prosecute.
And they registered.
While different counties sort out what is and is not illegal voting, Glazer plans to provide his research to Governor DeSantis' new Office of Election Crimes and Security. Besides the Seminole County cases that are being prosecuted, the state attorney's office in Marion and Sumter counties are investigating 12 cases of alleged illegal voting. In Seminole County, Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.